feel the sunshine, sunshine over me. Ooh, I feel the sunshine, sunshine over me.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for some small talk. Today, we're going to talk about having a blended family, which brings us to our guest today. We have behind me Deja, and also behind Dwayne, we have Dwayne Jr., also known as DJ. We're going to talk about our thoughts on having an already made family. So, what do you think about that, husband?
I think it works. Before my wife and I were together, I had a blended family, and two stepkids, and my son came after during the relationship. Well, anyway, it works. You just have to work at it as you do with anything else in life. Everything, it takes work, and you have to actually love that person. You can't be mad or have ill feelings toward people or anything like that. You have to love those kids. And if you love that woman, it should be easier for you to love those kids.
I agree. You should also know that sometimes it's not storybook. You can't find somebody or meet somebody who doesn't have any kids. These days, you're going to have people who already have families because they have relationships that didn't work. So if either of us decided we didn't want to work with somebody who already had a family, we wouldn't be together. So take that into consideration. I'm okay with having my mate having another kid or children because it just makes the love better. We can have more people for more love. So I would like to talk to Deja and see how, because she's my baby girl. She's 22.
She's our baby.
Bringing into the family, she's my baby girl. But that's another thing too, I'm glad you just brought that up, is that we don't say step ever. We're married, and technically he's my stepson, and technically she's his stepdaughter, but we always say son or daughter. And we have 5 kids all together. So just some notes for that. But I want to ask Deja, how do you feel having a father figure besides your biological father?
So when these two lovely people got together, I was around I'll say 16 or so, maybe 15 or something like that. And my biological father passed away before I was born. So obviously, you being a kid and you're being a teenager and always being protective over anybody that my mom was with, we kind of butted heads a little bit. Well, on my part, really, because, I was just like, he's just trying to take my mom away from me. I can't never get no time with her now. I got to knock when I go on her run. It's all type of new stuff that you have to just...
New rules, huh?
Yeah.
You got to get adjusted.
You have to get adjusted to, as long as they're happy, as long as that person is making your parent happy, then you just, go with it and wish them the best and watch the love grow.
So did you?
Yes. And so now, 6 years now, I'm 22, and he is like my dad, so I just treat him the same as I do my mom,
And she's still a handful.
Yeah.
She's about to give us another
And
grandson.
she don't knock that hard. She just taps on my door now. Just taps. But anyways, thank you for that, beautiful. Also, so we're going to ask the same question to DJ. How did you feel having a mother figure besides your biological mother come into your life?
I was actually really excited, to be honest. Because meeting you first in the car.
Tell me about that car, boy. What you meant? What you say? What you remember about that day?
I remember how I introduced myself to him.
What did you say?
Hello, my name is Dwayne Jr., but you can call me DJ.
What?
Nice to meet you.
I fell in love with him at that moment, I swear. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
But I saw that she really made my dad happy. I was.
Say that again?
I saw that you really made my dad happy. I saw that you really made him happy.
Mm.
And he deserved that. He deserved that.
Aww.
He really does.
Aww.
But
Awesome sauce.
I remember I was like 9 or 10.
He was 9. He was exactly 9 years old. Yes. I remember.
Yeah.
Yes. Aww.
I really love him because we clicked instantly, basically.
Yes, we did. I loved him. Oh my gosh. He's intelligent. He just took me in like I was already in the family for years. So I love that about him. I really do. And I love watching him grow. Not too much with the bass in his voice. I don't know about that. I'm still having some issues on that. But everything else, I absolutely love. He's my baby. Every time we're in the store, that's my son. You know, it's not, oh, that's Dwayne's son, and you know, no, that's my son. So that's my baby.
And I think it does play a factor with like how the age of the kids once you decide to blend the family. You know, because you're still going to have some type of obstacles to go over with, especially with people like with. If you're dealing with a teenager or you're dealing with a toddler, you know, it won't be as hard as somebody that's already, you know, used to something. Yeah, grown up and used to something than you're dealing with a kid.
And that's true. That is true.
To add on to that, and when you're dealing with new people, you have to get to know that person. And that's a trust factor as well. We spoke about that in the
first
last
video.
episode.
Yes,
it's about a trust factor, and you know, when you enter a young teenager's life, a young adult's life, you know, they're coming into their own as an adult.
Correct.
So, and they still figuring things out.
And you're very influential too, because if you are negative to them and don't accept them for who they are at that moment, it can play a very bad part. But if you're supportive and they take it as that, it could be a very good part. So, yeah, age does matter. That's a good point, Dave.
And if you understand like how they respond to certain things, like you don't have to
drill it in.
Parent, you know, if he's parenting him by yelling and screaming, but I don't respond well to yelling and screaming, it's going to just make a whole rift in the whole household. So you have to know your kids and know how they respond to certain things.
With every kid, because I have 4, so I know I train my kids to just do what I tell them to do, right? But I also know that there are certain ways you deal with each kid. You know, I barely had to whip Deja, because I do whip kids. I tell him that all the time, boy, you lucky.
I whip kids too. I just don't whip them fat. I don't believe in
it's very important to know your children. Very important.
There has to be something major for me to put that butt down.
He don't whip that often, I promise you. Don't let him fool you.
I'm calm.
Yeah.
This is the excited one right here.
Which brings us to our next point is who's a disciplinarian and how do we deal with controversy? So,
well, I believe we both are disciplinarians, and I like to talk. I feel like anything that happens, we need to talk. We need to get you to understand why we're disciplining, so you'll have an understanding of why not to do it. Now, if it's something really outrageous, hey, I'm gonna take that belt, and since he's he's a 15-year-old kid now, he's a young adult, I may not take off a belt, I might put the paws on. But
that's because he has patience. I, on the other hand, not so much. I don't talk. I don't like to talk. I like to reach out and touch you. So, yeah. But
there's a lot of screaming too.
It's
a loud talk. She has a loud talk.
Because if I have to get to the point where I'm screaming, then that means I've already talked to you. So it's an even balance, I think. He's the calmer one, and I'm the more. So let's go over who are. Maybe you can start out first. What advice or suggestions would you give our viewers about having a blended family?
make sure you talk to those kids. Make sure you love them. First of all, you have to love them, and you have to take the time out to try and get to know them. And kids, all kids are not going to want to meet a step parent.
Correct.
Some kids are going to be, what's the word I'm searching for?
Rebellious.
Rebellious. Some will rebel to the point where they don't want to be around them. But you have to accept that.
And know that they're
You have
just
to accept
kids.
that and understand they're kids.
Yeah.
So they are going to be rebellious.
Yeah.
And the more you try and understand, the more you talk to them, the more you do for them, and they feel the love,
They'll
the
see it.
connection.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to open up.
Yeah. What about you, DJ?
But
What advice would you give our viewers?
be open.
Be open and say how you feel. Yeah. Good.
You have to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
And especially if you see that the person is making your parent happy,
Mm-hmm.
their happiness is basically what matters to you. That's what matters to you most.
That one, yeah. Very good. Deja?
I think some good advice would be to just communicate a lot and understand that not everybody is out to hurt the person that you love, you know.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where a lot of the rebel in some kids come out, is when they feel like, you know, that person's not good enough, or you know, they're so used to a certain way that they don't want to open up to anybody else, you know. So
They're not open to something new.
something new.
Everybody
Yeah.
doesn't like change.
You gotta just sit back and let it, because you don't really have a opinion really. You know, they're grown, so they're gonna do what's best for them. So
Yes.
even though you might not like the person, or you're not really feeling them out right now. Y'all had a couple arguments. Just sit back and wait and watch everything
Play out.
Yeah.
I want to piggyback off of Deja. That is the perfect answer, because the parents are the ones who are in control. The children, they do have to accept it. I am a person that the kids will not run my household or my relationship. Yeah, I'm going to understand that they have opinions and feelings, but that's as far as they're going to go. So my advice would be to have a conversation and introduce your children to your mate or vice versa, and then let them know it's not an option. This is what's going to happen, and I need everybody to get along. So that's my advice. Thank you for watching again. And you have something else?
Yeah, I want to add something. When I was a kid, I was in a blended family. My stepfather loved me completely. And when I was around my son's age, 15, 16 years old, I told him, "You're not my daddy," because I was in trouble. And I know it hurt him. It cut probably to the bone. And it hurt me to day now just thinking that I said that to him. Because all the love, all the respect I had for him, he taught me to be the man I am today. So you have to realize kids are coming from a whole different world. Their family has been broken. If their dad and mother are split,
Not together.
and they split in a bad way, it could affect the child as well. So you have to, that's where that parent, even before you meet your new spouse, you have to make your son, your daughter, your child understand that nothing that happened between his mother and you
is their fault.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That is absolutely true. I agree 100%. And to piggyback off of you, I had two wonderful stepmothers in my life. One name is Martha, and one name is Truly. Both by my dad, but they were very wonderful in my life, and they taught me how to be a real great stepmom. I put in everything to being the best stepmom I could be.
the best mother you
Well, technically, yes, but I'm his mother as well. He has two mothers. So, but anybody else have anything else to say?
I think we can talk about like how, you know, how to deal with, like with his mom? How do you deal with the fact that, you know, I know everybody had their own business going on, but how do you deal with the fact that y'all are bringing in new people into y'all's son's life? Like, how do you deal with that?
Well, I expect Dwayne to be respectful to any adult, not just his mother's boyfriend or fiance, husband.
Yeah.
He has to be respectful to all adults.
Yeah.
So, and I instill that in him. And as far as the guy disciplining him,
You're active in his life
I don't
already.
I don't
have
believe
that
that you would have to put your hands on him. Now, if there was little children correcting them, yeah, spank them lightly or take a belt, pop their butt. But if you been violent to the child, no. And you have to be aware of that. That's where the parenting and the spouses should know that,
Communicate.
hey, you want to know, does she beat her children? Does she try and break their legs or take an iron like and burn them like on Good Times and have Penny all cry baby and all that, and you feel sorry everybody? You have to be mindful of who you are dealing with. So blended families, they work. I come from one, she comes from one, and I look at our blended family. It's working beautifully.
Yes.
And we all love each other.
We do. All right, well, with that being said, we're going to say thank you again for watching us. Thank you for sharing with us with some small talk. Small talk. Yes. Subscribe, like, share. Please. Bing, bing, bing. Thank you.
Press that subscribe button.
Bye.
Notifications.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for some small talk. Today, we're going to speak on some small talk. Small. All right, well, thank you guys for watching our episode of A Blended Family. Thank you again. Make sure you like, don't stop it. Just keep going. You keep going. Thanks again for watching Small Talk. Thank you guys for watching our episode of Having a Blended Family. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Press that subscribe button.
Thank you again for watching
Small Talk.